When the first time you saw TJ kind of using your style, what were your immediate thoughts? Because you saw how effective it was, but did you know that he was going to be effective using that footwork and the movement?
I mean, it's nice to see that I could have a step in making the sport a little bit different. When I was doing this stuff, it was not conceived as something different. It was just conceived as weird, awkward, certain things. You could hear the color commentary on my fights, and they don't know what I'm doing, to be perfectly honest. They have no clue, so they just call it weird and awkward. When the truth is, it wasn't weird and awkward. There's a point to everything I did. Well, fighters started to read those things, started to understand those, TJ being one of them, because he wanted to be a champion one day. So to kind of humble himself down and take some things from a book of somebody who was a champion, that takes a little bit of courage, believe it or not. So he did that. But I'm not responsible for his style. To me, they're two completely different things because I don't think they know what I was doing. And that's why this fight is going to be interesting. It's just styles make fights, and this is going to be interesting. It's a puzzle. It's a different puzzle I haven't faced, and I'm a different puzzle he hasn't faced. And really, I mean, that's what it comes down to. Everybody just wants to see what's going to happen after me being hurt for so long and how I can go out there and do it. And really all that matters is me challenging myself and wanting to do it for me, and that's what it's about.
Being on the sidelines and being able to analyze and watch everybody else, how much has that helped you during the time off, just kind of mentally seeing what's out there?
It's helped a lot. I mean, Daniel Cormier's talked about it a little bit, how it helped him, he feels like, to become a better fighter, and it does. I mean, really more than anything, it makes sure that you know that you're not tricking yourself. You know that you're at that level, because if I can go out and break down exactly what these guys are doing now at the sport, where it's at, then I know what I'm seeing. And I can explain it to all you guys in clarity why these guys are good and why they're bad and what they need to fix and how they need to fix it. If I can do that, then I know what I need to do for myself, and I can't trick myself because I'm very clear with my abilities and where I need to be in order to be the best. I get to challenge myself again and do that January 17th. So that's what Fox is giving me. It's giving me an opportunity to stay involved in the game and understand where the sport's at so I don't fall behind, and I'm right there with it.
TJ's over there. Yeah, I was just talking to him. He says it seems like it's almost uncharacteristic of, because you guys have obviously started doing a little bit of media tour, and I think there's that one video of the radio tour where you kind of just ripped into him for about 7 minutes. It's entertaining, but he says it almost seems uncharacteristic of you, in that you're maybe emulating the McGregor effect. Is that how you see it, or is it just...
No, that's how he sees it, because he can't talk. He's a meathead, and that has nothing to do with me. Don't try to compare me to other people, because you're too silly to talk and say what you feel. This is what it comes down to. I can say what I'm going to say because I've had 4 years of practice in front of the cameras. I'm more comfortable. That's the truth. The other thing that's changed is I've had 3-4 years to have everything taken from me. When you have everything taken from you, you have nothing to fear. I was a champion at the pinnacle. I had the division cleared. I believed in myself, and I think everybody here would agree that I earned that position to be called champion. Then it got taken away mysteriously out of nowhere because I was injured. When you lose something like that, it gives you a clarity of how much you really don't own anything. It gives you a clarity of life, of how much of a privilege it is to actually be here in front of you guys. I enjoy talking crap now to TJ because he gets so mad. Like, what do you expect me to do? Give you a high five and bow to you? Like, we're fighting, man, and what are you going to fight me more? And are you going to fight me harder? Because I'm talking mean now? Is it hurting your feelings? So you're gonna fight me harder? Like, come on, man. It's not uncharacteristic. This was always me. The difference is I'm more comfortable in letting it out now because I have nothing to lose and I have nothing to fear. What do I have to fear? I lost my title. I've had multiple surgeries. I've had to come back through multiple surgeries and fight a top 5 guy that was very durable and very hard to beat. And now I get the privilege of fighting in front of millions of people on Fox for a title. What is there to fear? This is a beautiful thing. It's a cherry on top to be a fighter, Like, how many of you guys wish you could be in there fighting that night? It might be a little nerve-wracking, but I bet you wish you could just try it one time. I look at it that way. I'm blessed to have this position. Maybe he should try that. Maybe he should relax a little bit. Let me give him some advice. Relax, man. Enjoy talking. Enjoy this experience, because it's not going to be here forever. You're not always going to have these cameras in front of you, TJ. So enjoy it. Say what you're going to do to me. I encourage you. Say why you're going to beat me. Tell me why you're better than me, not just you're going to knock me out because, and I'm going to show you on the night of the fight. What did you really say? You said the same thing everybody else said. Nobody wants to hear that crap. Tell me why. Explain it, but he can't because he's scared to eat his own words. He has the fear of eating his own words, of saying, I'm going to do this, this, and this, and then not following through with it on the night of that fight against me because he knows I'm a tough opponent. He's fearful of that. I don't have that fear because you're going to judge me no matter what. You're going to judge me, you're going to judge me, you're going to judge me. Everybody at home, if I sit here and go, TJ Dillashaw's a good champion. He's beaten a lot of tough guys. He moves his feet really well. I respect him a lot. You're still going to judge me and say, that guy's a puss. You know, why won't he just say what he really feels? TJ's trying to just not be himself. You should have seen when I started talking how much he let loose. He started cussing. He started getting mad. He started getting angry. I saw the real TJ. He's hiding that. He's not letting it out. That's the difference. I'm letting myself be me, and he's not. I'm not trying to create nothing. I'm just being me. I'm just being loose and talking and enjoying this experience in front of you guys.
Obviously, you would have preferred to be active throughout the last couple of years, but obviously injuries have curtailed that for you. Working as an analyst and being able to be in a position to break down fights and really get under the skin of some of these bouts you've been watching as an analyst and as a journalist, how valuable is that to you as an extra skill going into a world championship fight? Now you're back in action again.
Well, just like you said, I mean, and he said it's uncharacteristic of me. What have I been doing for the last 4 years, man? I haven't just been sitting around doing nothing. I've evolved as a human being in my mind, in my personal life. Fighting, being a champion, being a fighter does not dictate who I am. It does not define me as a person. It's something that I get to enjoy, and it's a cherry on top in the life that I live because I didn't have it and I did it just fine. I set goals for myself, and I strive to accomplish them. My next goal is to win the world title again. I've won 4 of them. Winning a 5th is my goal. I plan to follow through with it, and I put every ounce of my heart and soul into the training camp and into everything that I do to make that possible, and that's what gives me the confidence to talk and say what I'm going to say. Being a Fox analyst, understanding how these guys are fighting, watching the sport evolve, breaking down what guys are doing wrong, what guys are doing right, that helps me to understand where I need to be as an athlete myself, and that's what's given me the confidence to go through and fight a top 5 guy after being laid off for 3 years. That in itself is a huge challenge, and I did it. And I did it because I had to have a real clear understanding of what I needed to do to beat a guy like Mizugaki on a 6-fight win streak, who's one of the most durable guys in the division. So things like that I can see because of the job that I had with Fox. I'm very blessed to have that job with Fox. I'm appreciative to them for giving me that platform, and I'm just trying to enjoy the ride, man.
Is there ever a moment during that time off, sort of at your darkest point, where you actually thought, I may have fought my last fight already. I may have to hang them up for good.
Ironically, I never thought that, like, oh, I fought my last fight, I might be done. I went through a place in my life where I just hung up the gloves, where I retired in my own brain. It didn't mean it was my last fight, but I literally did have to say, I'm done. Because what was happening is, if you fight the injury, which you can't control, you keep training, you keep doing things, you're not accepting the reality of what is. And you can fight what is, but it's always going to stay what it is, 100% of the time. So it took me 3 surgeries, a blown out quad, 5 hand surgery, like many injuries to finally let go of control of the things I can't control. But when I did, I found peace. I did, and that was what was very important.